welcome back to my channel. It is the middle of a uni term, so I have unfortunately not had as much time to read lately, but there have been a few books that I read over the kind of past couple of months that I haven't done a review of that I thought would be cool to share. So I am going to be doing a bit of a book review, and I also went and did some book shopping. So I have a tiny book haul to share with y'all. I'll hop into it. I'll start off with I finally read the ACOTAR series. Some people I know had recommended it for me to read. Obviously it's all over BookTok. But yes, I truly adored those books. I got the box set as a treat for myself, but I read them very quickly and have shared them with my flatmates and my sister to also read them because they're that good. There are 4 books in the original series. The first one is The Court of Thorne and Roses. I really enjoyed it. It was a really good book. Obviously it was the first of the series, so a lot of setting up and getting to know the characters, context, and what was kind of going on. They're fantasy books. I don't know if I said that. A really cool fictional world. I always love when there's a bit of magic involved, a lot of romance in these books. But yeah, the first book I enjoyed, nothing crazy, but it was just setting up. For the next 2 books were ginormous and I couldn't put them down, and I read them very quickly and loved them. Everyone needs to read them. And the 4th book is really short and it's kind of just wrapping up what happened. Not that much actually happens in the 4th book, but it also sets you up for A Court of Silver Flames, which is from the point of view of Nesta Acheron. I think that's how you say their names. Pretty much she's the sister of the main character in the other 4 books. I recently bought that and I'm really excited to read that, but I'm getting through a few others at the moment. The next book is Margo Mertz Takes It Down, and I bought this book a couple of days ago and I decided to start reading it yesterday and I finished it yesterday. I am so obsessed with this book. It's about a high school girl who does she's kind of like a detective fixer. Her job's a fixer in the book, but pretty much when there are photos people don't want online and things, she helps get rid of them for a price that's going towards her college fund. She gets a job to take down a secret revenge porn site that has been made by some of her male classmates featuring her female classmates. It's a really funny book. Obviously has some darker themes in it, a little bit of romance, but I'm deeply obsessed with Margot as a character. This next book has been on my to read TR list for a very long time, but it is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. The main character in this is called Pippa. Pretty much she is doing a project for class, her end of school big final year project, and for hers she decides to reopen the investigation of a murder disappearance that happened in her town a few years back, and so it's pretty much just following her through that journey. And obviously there are lots of twists and turns, being a murder mystery sort of book. What I really like about this book is that each chapter there are different layouts to the structure. So there's your normal standard 3rd person chapters, but then we have journal entries of her going through the journey of her project, transcripts for her interviews, which I think is really cool and really different. I haven't seen that in any books before. I believe there are another 2 books to this series, which I will definitely be reading. I just need to find them and find money. That final book I wanted to do a wee review for. I read this 2 years ago. The book is We Were Liars by Lockhart, and I just wanted to mention this because I don't think I've ever been so traumatized by the plot twist in a book like I was when I read We Were Liars. I can almost say nothing about it without giving away what happens because that's just what's in my head. But it is an incredible book and I think everyone needs to read it. Be prepared to be deeply hurt by this book. The description for the book is about as vague as I can describe it. A beautiful and distinguished family, a private island, a brilliant damaged girl, a passionate political boy, a group of 4 friends, the liars, whose friendship turns destructive, a revolution, an accident, a secret, lies upon lies, true love, the truth. Just simply read it. Please, please everyone read this book. It feels so late here and I think it is 7 p.m. and it's cold and I just want to sit in bed, and that's pretty much what I've done all day. So instead of doing that, I am going to show you all the books I bought today because it was my birthday last week and I got given vouchers, so I can now read guilt-free. 3 of the books I got were because they were recommended by Steph Bauer, who I am in love with and I want to be her. The first book is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have read this before. It would have been like 6 years ago, so I don't really remember the book itself. I did watch the TV show when it came out. Obviously I adored that as well. I think they did a really good job with it. I just decided I really wanted to read it again and I really wanted to have my own copy. Normal People follows the love story of Connell and Marianne, who live in Ireland, and I love it being based in Ireland. I feel like that's different cultural background to lots of the books that I read that I feel like are more based in England or America. Follows their relationship kind of over the course of their lives, starting from in high school, and kind of shows as they not fall in and out of love, but kind of the different stages their relationship goes through as they grow up. It's really beautifully written. It feels really realistic. It's a gorgeous book and I'm really excited to read it again and to review it properly for you. The next book is Eleanor, Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. And I actually pretty much know nothing about this book apart from the fact that it is really highly recommended. I think the book is a romance. People seem to love it, so I am looking forward to reading that. The third book I brought today is Excuse Me While I Ugly... The third book that I purchased today is called Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, and it's by Joya Goffney. And I've actually never heard of this book before. I just picked it up in the bookstore and thought it looked really cute, light-hearted, easy to read, and I do really love having books like that on my bookshelf just for when I'm kind of in more of a reading slump or when I am just really busy and need something light to read. Described as a passionate, heartfelt and addictive rom-com full of juicy secrets and leap off the page chemistry about having the courage to be honest, to live in the moment and to fall in love, which is just adorable and sounds like a piece of me, so I'm excited to read that. Am I just saying I'm excited to read everything? The final book I picked up is Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton, which is an autobiography. I picked this up because I have heard lots about it. What drew me to it is that it is non-fiction, which I often do not lean towards. It is future me here editing the video, and I realised that my original video didn't record all of me, so I didn't wrap it up, and I finished, I think I was in the middle of talking about the Everything I Know About Love. I don't read a lot of non-fiction books, but I've heard really good things about it, and that it's written in a style that kind of feels less autobiographical, kind of more of a easy middle point between the rom-com e-books that I like to read. Yeah, so that is the last book that I was talking about for you guys, and also me wrapping up the video. Thank you for watching.